What's going on, everyone? Welcome to another video, and today we'll be going through some more useless cards in the Pokemon game. And today we'll be looking at trainer cards and 5 that seem not that useful in the grand scheme of things. These aren't the top 5 most useless cards because there's most likely more useless than these. These are just 5 that I found because I don't know every single trainer card out there. So here's just 5 I have that I think are pretty useless. So, starting with the first one, we have Greedy Dice. So the way this card works is, you can only play this card if it's a face-down price card, and then flip a coin. If heads, take one more price card. So basically you can end up with 2 price cards, but only if this was one of your price cards, and you then get a heads. So, the reason I find this pretty useless is because of how limiting it is. You have to have all of these criteria met just to get another price card, and I think this is just easier and more reliable ways of doing it. So, first of all, there's a 6 out of 60 chance that this will be one of your price cards, and then you have to also flip a coin, and you may not get heads, you may get tails, which makes this all useless, even if you do get this for one of your price cards. So, yeah, it's not that great, and I just dropped it. That's why it's on this list. Anyway, the next card we have Tormenting Spray. Choose a random card from your opponent's hand. Your opponent reveals that card. If it's a support card, discard it. So, my problem with this is pretty similar with the Greedy Dice. It's too specific to really work, and the chances of it working are pretty slim. So, first of all, it's a random card from your opponent's deck, from your opponent's hand, sorry. And then you have to just pray it is a supporter, otherwise it's pretty useless. And, you know, you may miss, your opponent may not even have a supporter card in his hand. So unless you maybe play some kind of card to see your opponent's hand or stuff like that, this can be pretty useless. And then it's a random card, so you may still end up missing and doing nothing. So yeah, it's pretty useless, I think. Next up is Rotem Decks, Pokefinder mode. Look at the top 4 cards of your deck and put them back in any order, or shuffle them into your deck. My problem with this one is that there's a card that does this kind of thing better, and that's the Pokédex, which allows you to look at the top 5 cards and then shuffle and then put them back in any order. It doesn't allow you to shuffle though, but I think shuffling is about a bit counterintuitive, because you may end up with a top 5 cards that are worse than what you had. Sure, they may be bad, but this might be even worse, and there's no way of knowing. Plus, you get more leeway with Pokédex because you look at top 5 cards. So, you know, maybe that top 5th card could be a bit better, who knows. So yeah, I think this is just a bit too limiting, and there's other cards that do this kind of thing better. And usually that will be a running theme for this video. Just that there's other cards that do this better. Anyway, next up we have Professor Oak's Hint, which allows you to draw cards until you have 7 in your hand, then your turn ends. And this is pretty useless because we have another card just like this, and you probably know what it is. It's a Lily. She allows us to draw 6 cards until we have 6 cards, or until we have 8 cards if it's our very first turn. So, just for 1 card less, you're allowed to still attack on your turn, or you might even get more cards than this card allows you to do, and your turn still doesn't end. In the grand scheme of things, attacking is pretty much how you progress the game forward. It's how you defend, it's how you attack, it's how you make a difference in the grand scheme of the game. And without being able to attack, a turn is pretty wasted. And yeah, this card makes your turn end, while there's still other cards that can do exactly the same as this card, or even better if it's your first turn, and your turn still doesn't end, which allows you to attack and progress things forward. Anyway, final card is Damage Mover, which allows you to move 3 damage counters from one of your Pokemon to another one of your Pokemon. This is probably the most useless one out of this list, simply because we have Potion. Potion fully removes 30 damage. This allows you to move damage to another one of your Pokemon. So you're not getting rid of the damage, it's simply being moved to what? I'm like missing something here, because I seriously don't understand why would you use this card. The only thing I would understand using this card for is Incineroar's attack in Shining Legends, which allows him to do more damage if a benched Pokemon has some damage on them. But that's it. That's like the only thing I see this being useful for. So unless you use it for like a heavy Incineroar Shining Legends deck, then I don't really see this being useful at all. I don't know, maybe I'm just not seeing something. Could be. So if you know a good use for this, let me know down in the comments below. And let me know what other useless cards you know down in the comments below. And as always, thanks for watching. If you like this video, remember to subscribe, like, whatever. And I'll see you all in whatever I make next. Goodbye everyone. Goodbye.